Getting cold, so I'm going to go below and get some warmer clothes on. Oh, there's water down here. There's water on the floor. Some of the pets. Okay, it was getting cold out there. Put the salopettes on. This is like being in Europe. It's a bit warmer, but it is cold. Just in a few minutes I've been down here. We've come off course. You can see now that's where we need to be, and we're up here. So I'm going to pull it back down so we're on course. Otherwise we'll end up over here and not there.
That was a biggie. I in the sea. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now we've got a squall. It's blowing me back down. Damn. This is just what I don't need. I can lose all the miles that I've just spent the last 5 hours getting. Got some blue over there, that should be okay, that's coming this way, but this stuff above us, that generates a lot of wind, the wrong wind. Oh, and 20 minutes later, yet another squall. This is making it very, 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 very difficult. This trek, one squall after another after another. Doesn't look much there, but that's just wind and nasty. Look, there you go. Oh, thank you. Just want to fly. There's a lot of power in that cloud up there. Coming down on me. The island is somewhere inside that cloud. Squall number 5. I think it's number 5 this one. Number 6. Reduce sail up. I hoped when I get round the other side of this island there's some respite. There's a bit of smoothish sea with a limited amount of wind that I can just get in there, drop the hook and stop for the night. I can't get anybody on the radio, I'm just going to go in and drop the hook somewhere. There's an outer bay and there's an inner harbour. I'll have a look in the inner harbour if I get in before it's dark. It's going to be dark soon. And this is all slowing me down, of course. Yeah, and there's reef about as well. Alright, I've never been here. I'm doing it all off the chart. And I heard the chart here is not accurate, so it's all to play for. Well, number 7's just coming in.
Anchor is down. For the first time in a long time, this boat is not actually moving, she's still. It's beautiful. Wind is howling, but I'm behind the island. It's quiet, it's safe, and that's me for the day. And I'm going to have a well-deserved beer. I'll see you in the morning. While fighting the boat to try and stay on course, I came down below to make some food. Afterwards smelt a funny smell. I mean, it was nasty. I was wondering if it's a rodent that I've got in the boat somewhere's died. But no, it was these. These bad boys here had leaked. They'd split. And they'd leaked beer in the bilge. That may be some of the problem I had last week. Beer in my bilge. Not good. That's always the case, I find. When you go to somewhere and there's no big trees, you know there's a lot of wind here on a regular basis. And it's just been blowing a hooting. Got the anchor up. I'm going in the harbour. I've got permission to go into the harbour at 9 o'clock. I talked to the guys late last night and they're like, yeah, okay, you just stay on anchor out there. We'll see you in the morning. So it's just a few minutes before 9. I want to play by the rules, so the harbour master has permitted me to go in at 9 o'clock. So by the time I get to the entrance, we'll be good. And then I'm going to sign in the country. I did think about staying out here just to fix the hydrovane and then go, but I need the rest. The weather is, the wind is horrendous out there. And I'm looking around the boat. I just need to do a reset before going on a bit. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like a party island, really. Okay, anchor is down. I didn't want to be too close to Big Boy over there. Fairly close to the marker back there, but I think we're okay. I'll keep an eye on it. It's only 8 meters deep here, and I just put a bunch of chain out, so we'll be all right. And it's so quiet. I've just been below. I've got so many videos to catch up on, so much work to do. I got to call the officials now and check into the country, see how that goes. I'm going to call them on the radio. Coast Guard, this is White Shadow.
White Shadow, this is Coast Guard on 16. Do you copy over?
Ah, yes, sir. I copy you. I am now anchored in the basin.
Yes, sir. You just wait on board. We'll come on board with help authorities. In the meantime, you can prepare your dinghy to go ashore for over formalities. Over.
Okay, monsieur. I'll do that. Standing by 16. I didn't understand much of that. It sounded Indian. Could be. I guess they got locals here. I don't really know. There's a guy fishing out there. He looked like a sort of islander kind of looking guy, if you know what I mean. So I don't know the history about these islands. I think it was discovered by a guy called Rodriguez. But whether there were people, indigenous people living here before, I really don't know. As I said, I hadn't planned on being here. I'm so bloody hungry. I think it's something about get my dinghy ready. I think they think I'm going to be here for a long time. I'm just going to be there for 2 or 3 days. Right, I did see a supermarket over there. This is a long. I hope I'm okay. I'm a bit close to the reef. It's been a very difficult month, and as the years go by, I find it's getting harder and harder to do this. But do it we will. Okay, onward.
It was low tide, and when I got to the harbour wall, there was lots of nasty things sticking out of the side of it, so I nipped back to the boat to put an extra fender on Squeaky. At this point, I was feeling extremely tired. It felt like the whole world was slowing down around me, turning into mush. And the thought of having to face paperwork, which it ended up being 2 days worth, just to get into the country, just having to face that now was almost too much for me. But I had to endure. I had to get through it. First of all, I had to find out where the immigration office was. They kept saying something about a market, like I knew where the market was. Find the steps at the top of the market, they say. Well, I found them, and I went up them, and I just took this shot. It was a nice little view, and then I found the door. I was in there for a while.
1
Well, that's it for the first day in Rodriguez Island. It took me all of the day to get the immigration done. Still a bit more to do tomorrow, mind you. Had a quick walk around the town. I liked it. It's a nice little place. But I'm on the boat this evening. There wasn't really anything to go ashore for tonight. It doesn't look like a party town or anything like that. But everybody was very pleasant, very nice. Lots, hideous amounts of paperwork. Silly amounts of paperwork again. And there's gale warnings. I was told by the harbour master there are gale warnings in place. I'm like I don't. That's why I'm here. But he said, be careful here in the anchorage. And I've had to move anchor once already. But I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm just going to have a beer and make myself a curry or something. I can't find any eateries ashore. I managed to get some money out of ATM. So I'm just so tired. I'm only going to stay here a few days and I'm out of here. But good to be here.
You can't see it on the camera, and you couldn't actually see it when I was there until the low tide came, but there's reef all around me. And at low tide, when it's more exposed, it seems to be much closer to the boat. The charts are not accurate, so I was a little bit wary, especially of the weather. You can see there. The entrance to the little bay is just off to the left there, and it's quite narrow, and that ship has to go out through it. And that's going to cause me a problem very soon. Went ashore to do some exploring. Gorgeous little houses here in Rodriguez, but I was looking for something else. On this part of my voyage, I'm following in the footsteps, if you like, of my greatest sailing hero, Joshua Slocum. He sailed around the world back in the 1800s, and he was here with his boat, the Spray, in 1887. I was on a mission to see if I could find any traces of where he was here on the island.
We're here in Slocum's time.
And luckily for me, the centre of town had not changed much in several hundred years. And this is what I'd come to see. The governor's residence. Slocum was here. He gave a speech and I believe dined in this building. I'd actually just walked through the gates to take these shots. Wasn't sure I was supposed to be there, so I didn't hang about. There's an old stone quay in the harbour, and I believe it's where Slocum had his boat, the Spray, when he was here. It's of the right age. It's obviously been changed a bit, but I can imagine the Spray at birth here on this quayside.
Back on board the boat and trying to keep myself busy doing a data dump, which is what I do every so often. It's basically taking all the footage that I've made and dumping it onto a hard drive, which is ready for storage over here. Still windy today. The weather's not yet come down when it should have done, so I haven't got my repairs done yet. Had a visit from the police this morning. Their headquarters are like asking why I'm here when I wasn't due to come here. It's just bureaucracy, really. The local police were fine, but it's got me worried, so I need to get out of here. And the ship over there is about to leave, so I've got to stick around for that. Make sure they don't hit me, basically. Okay, they came over. I've got to leave the port. I heard about this. There's plenty of room, but no, they want me to leave the port while the ship goes, which is going at about midday, which is coming up now, so I've got to go out. And it's windy as hell, and I've got to get the anchor up. I just dislike people telling me what to do when I know my business better than theirs. Free. Still not moved. I can't go back to move.
Back in the harbour, having a hard time getting the anchor to hold. When it did, I paid the chain out, and I was looking across at Slocum's Stone Quay. The chain locker at the front of the boat has a very, very heavy piece of steel as a cover, and I'd forgotten to secure it, when all of a sudden there was a gust of wind, and this happened.
I hurt myself really badly. Broke my toe or something. I'm in a lot of pain, and I'm trying to get the boat anchored. Wind. Hurry up, bus. Ah! Just want to stop, and I can't get the boat to stay put. She was drifting on the reef again. How are we doing?
At this point, I didn't know if my toe was actually still attached to my foot. And I thought I'd better get to the back of the boat before I pass out and take a look at least to see what condition it was.
I think the end of my toe is half chopped off. Maybe not quite all of it, but a lot of it.
Oh dear.
I'll show you.
There's blood everywhere. That's where I went to turn the anchor windlass off. Everybody's been really sweet and nice, and I got a lift back to the harbour, and then a boat came to take me and pick me up and bring me back onto to Shadi. And I was just like, can't believe what's happened. If I'm not careful, I'm going to get a nasty infection. I might lose my nail. I don't know what's going to happen yet. And I thought it was all sorted. They've all bound me up and this and that, set me back with some drugs. I'm doing this, I look down and my foot has got, my bandage is soaked in blood. So I'm going to redo it myself. So I can do that. It's just, it's not a pleasant sight. I'm going to show you it now. Because, you know, it's good for getting clicks on videos, I tell you. Either ladies wearing virtually no clothes, like bikinis and things, or blood and guts. Well, all I got is blood and guts, boys and girls. That's all I got left. Yeah, there's still blood all over the floor now, look. Oh no. Anyway, we'll call it a day, and I'm going to change this dressing. See if I can make something to eat. The wind has changed, it's dropped, which is good because I was super worried about the chain. I just literally threw it over the side and then was off to the hospital. Oh, I really thought I'd chopped the end of my toe off, or at least broken the bone. It's soft tissue. Well, there's a lot of damage to it. That's why it's bleeding all over the floor. Better sort that out. I'll catch you later. See, I bleed for this channel. That's just how dedicated I am. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please subscribe. I'd love you to do that. Check out my music channel, Barry Seadog Perrins. It's a different channel to this one, my single halfway. I'd like to thank my patrons for their amazing support. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. You can check out Patreon and my media stuff, which is here. All links and information are in the video description. Until next time, be happy, be safe.